This UAV is Iranian UAV, Delta Wing, and all the components that we have recovered and we have analyzed through our expert. It shows the capability of the Iranian regime. The attack was launched from the north and was unquestionably sponsored by Iran. The evidence throughout my brief and displayed that you have seen in front of you makes this undeniable.
Saudi Arabia oil attacks, weapons debris, proves Iran behind them. Saudi Arabia's defense ministry has shown off what it says is wreckage of drones and cruise missiles that proves Iranian involvement in weekend attacks on 2 oil facilities. It said 18 drones and 7 cruise missiles were fired from a direction that ruled out Yemen as a source. Yemen's Iran-aligned Houthi rebels have said they are behind the attacks. Iran has denied any involvement and warned it would retaliate against any attack that targeted it. The U.S. has stood by its accusation that Iran was behind the attacks. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said after arriving in Saudi Arabia on Wednesday that it was an act of war. President Donald Trump said the U.S. had many options in response. There is the ultimate option, and there are options a lot less than that, he said. And we'll see. We are in a very powerful position. The evidence was presented at a defense ministry press briefing, where debris from the drone, UAV, and missile attacks was laid out. Defense Ministry spokesman Colonel Turki al-Malki said the evidence showed the attacks were launched from the north and were unquestionably sponsored by Iran. However, Colonel Malki said the Saudis were still working to know exactly the launch point. Among the debris was what was said to be a delta wing of an Iranian UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle. Colonel Malki said data recovered from the computers on the UAV shows it's Iranian. He said that 18 UAVs had been fired at the Abqaiq oil facility and 7 cruise missiles had been launched at both targets. 4 cruise missiles struck the Kurais oil field and the other 3 fell short of Abqaiq. Colonel Malki said the missiles that struck had all come from a northerly direction. He showed video of one UAV hitting Abqaiq, along with maps and photographs of the damage. He said of the Kurais attack that the precision impact of the cruise missiles indicate advanced capability beyond the Iran proxies' Houthi rebel forces' capacity. Colonel Malki said details of the launch points could not yet be given, but once they had been determined they would be announced. He said despite Iran's best efforts to make it appear so, their collaboration with their proxy in the region to create this false narrative is clear. He called the attacks an assault on the international community. Those responsible should be held accountable for their actions.